If you are a retroactive jealousy sufferer, chances are very good that at a time or two, or maybe more than that, you've felt the impulse to ask your partner questions about their past. By now you probably know that I think for most retroactive jealousy sufferers that's a bad idea. But what do you do if you believe there may be genuine deal breakers in your partner's past? If you actually don't want to know certain details, but actually need to know certain details about their past? Or in general, you just like to get a better sense of their past to get a better sense of who you're dealing with. In today's video, I'm going to share why counterintuitively, it's actually usually a bad idea to ask your partner more questions about their past if you're trying to learn about their past. I'm going to tell you what I think you should do instead. My name is Zachary Stockill, and since 2013, I've been helping men and women from all over the world overcome retroactive jealousy, save their relationships, and live happier, more peaceful lives. If you'd like more information about my products and services, please visit my website at retroactivejealousy.com. And if you enjoy this video, if you get something from this, please take a moment to let me know by clicking the like button below, leaving a comment to please the YouTube algorithm gods, and make sure you're subscribed to my channel as well to be notified of new videos moving forward. I get a lot of emails from people basically writing to me saying that there's something about their partner's past that they really want to know, or their curiosity about their partner's past is driving them crazy because they think that there actually could be genuine deal breakers, genuine red flags in their past. And so these people write to me basically looking for permission to break my rule of stop talking to your partner about their past because they feel like, you know what, Zach, there's some details about their past that I don't just want to know, I actually need to know these details. I should also know that this is mainly men writing with this particular question, although some women, of course, as well. Anyway, it seems logical, right? Which is particularly appealing to men. We want to know a certain detail or a certain fact, ask the question, and hopefully we'll get an honest response. However, I probably don't have to tell you that it doesn't often work out like that. And here's why. If you go to someone, I don't care who it is, and you start asking them very pointed details about an episode from their past, what is this person's gut response going to be like? How are they going to feel initially when you start asking them certain questions? Try to put yourself in this position and really try to think about how that would feel. If I were to come up to you and start asking you very pointed and personal details about your own past, you are immediately going to be on the defensive. You're probably immediately going to become reticent, reluctant to share certain details, because on a certain level, you're going to start feeling judged. If someone came up to me and started asking me very pointed questions, to some extent, I'm going to start feeling judged. I may start holding back certain details because human beings in general are a social species to the core. We hate feeling judged by our peers. We don't want to be socially ostracized. We don't want to fall out of our social group. We don't want to be banished from our social group. And thus, when you start questioning someone like this, asking them very, very pointed questions about their past, they're immediately going to get on the defensive. And thus, if you're immediately putting someone on the defensive, the chances are very good that you're not going to get an honest answer to the question you're asking. Or you might get half of the truth, but not the full truth. Because again, this person's going to start feeling judged. Why am I sharing this message with you? Because a lot of guys, in my experience, of course some women, but I'm generalizing, but a lot of guys are going to their girlfriend or wife and asking very specific pointed questions to them, making their girlfriend or wife feel harassed, making them feel unsafe, making them feel like they're going to be judged very, very harshly about events that maybe happened a year, 2 years, 10 years, 20 years ago. Many of these women also start panicking in these moments because maybe they can't recall certain details that happened 1 year, 10 years, or 20 years ago. And their boyfriend or husband can often pick up on this nervous energy. And this nervous energy is not necessarily an indication that their wife or girlfriend is lying. Quite often, this is actually an indication that their wife or girlfriend literally doesn't have that memory available anymore. That little detail about that one night 13 years ago has escaped her consciousness. But this can very easily be misread as someone being deceptive and playing around with the truth. So if you really want to learn about someone's past, and you really want to get the honest truth, the full truth, not little half, bits and pieces here and there, and not someone who's reluctantly divulging these details, what the hell should you do? What is the solution? Here is what I have learned. And many other people have learned this as well. If you really want to learn about someone and who they really are, number one, stop making them feel judged for who they are. I'm not saying that you necessarily shouldn't judge them based on their past, based on the way they treat you, based on who they've shown up in the world. The point is, to get the truth, you really can't make someone feel judged. I'll give you a perfect example. So I've been hosting one-on-one coaching calls for over 8 years, hundreds and hundreds of calls, men and women around the world. I've heard every possible story you can possibly imagine. And so you really can't shock me anymore. Sometimes people will sign up for a call with me and they'll be somewhat cagey with details, they'll be somewhat reluctant, and I need to say to them pretty early in our first conversation, listen, my friend, I've heard every possible story you can possibly fathom. This is a judgment-free zone. You're not going to find anyone judging you here. You can be completely transparent. Tell me whatever you want so I can be of best service to you. Because if you feel judged, I know I'm not going to get the full picture. And if I don't have the full picture, I'm not going to be able to help you as much as I could have otherwise. So it's so crucial that people don't feel judged if you want them to really share the full truth about who they are and where they've been. So the solution, I believe, is don't make them feel judged and shut up. And by that, I mean, let them reveal to you who they really are. Let them divulge who they really are. Because if you give it enough time, and you present an environment in which that person doesn't feel judged, they will open up about who they are and where they've been, because it's safe. And if you give someone enough time, I believe, in the vast majority of cases, they will tell and show you who they really are. They might not do it in the first 6 months, they might not even do it in the first year, but given enough time, they will reveal who they really are. All you have to do is not make them feel judged, sit back and listen. This, I believe, slowing down the courtship process, not making them feel judged, and simply paying attention. Simply paying attention to what they share. Taking little notes, mental notes when they share things that aren't entirely congruent and wondering, that seems a bit suspicious. Whatever the case may be. To my mind, this is such a better solution than interrogating them and making them feel like they're in an interrogation room, being accused of a murder or something like that. It doesn't work. It's a lousy practical solution. So I really believe this is the best way forward if you really want to know who your partner really is. Slow down the courtship process. Don't make them feel judged. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you got something out of this. And if you did get anything out of this video, please take a moment to let me know by clicking the like button below, leaving a comment beneath this video, telling me what you thought, loved it or hate it. I would really like to hear from you. And be sure you subscribe to my channel as well to be notified of new videos moving forward. Thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you again very soon.